Wrestling talk stuff.
Oh, yeah. Top 5 favorite wrestlers with 2 honorable mentions each.
Yeah, I had a tough time. This was tough for me. And even now, I'm like,
tough for me too.
I'm like, ah. So why don't you just guess?
I had to change it because on the drive this weekend, I had to change an honorable mention.
Oh, you were talking to our friend Adam about it?
No,
you just thought about it
in my head.
Oh.
So, do you want me to go first?
Why don't you just?
I feel you're gonna have a lot more to say about yours.
Why don't you guess
yours?
My and I'll guess yours.
Okay, so your top 5 starting at.
I don't even order. I did for you, not as important.
Okay, fine. So I got Ric Flair.
Okay.
Necro Butcher.
Okay.
Undertaker.
Okay.
Sabu.
Okay.
And Mick Foley.
You got 1 out of 5.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Which one?
We'll go into it.
Okay.
Now
that's it. Okay. No,
I can't believe you didn't get number 1 for me. But anyways,
I'm gonna kick myself.
For me, I got for you Lesnar.
Okay.
Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
Big Show.
Okay.
And then I was just like, Kurt Angle, AJ Styles.
You got technically 3 because you got an honorable mention.
Oh, okay.
You got 2 of my mains and 1 of my honorables.
All right. So let's who are your honorable mentions real quick?
Okay, my honorable mentions: Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Because fucking Latino heat, I was so into him. I thought, first of all, he was a phenomenal wrestler. Mm-hmm. You know. Second of all, he comes to WWE. He's doing okay, you know, and then he takes this time off, and he comes back.
He's just to the gills on roids.
Nevertheless, and I'm a sucker for beef.
For beef, you do like beef.
So here's a guy I already liked watching him perform. He's such a high flyer, beautiful, talented wrestler. Now he's jacked.
Yeah.
Well, that puts it over the top.
Up, yeah.
And then he did this whole thing with Chavo Guerrero, the lie, cheat, and steal days. Yeah. And I just thought those vignettes they did were great. I thought the whole thing was just wonderful. Yeah, and then he passed away, which is sad. And on the big whiteboard at work, I put rest in peace.
I know, that's why I put, you told me that story, so that's why I put it in your top 5.
Guerrero's up there.
Yeah.
My number 2 honorable mention, the 9th wonder of the world, China.
Who had a love affair with
Eddie Guerrero. They had a whole thing together.
China. Okay.
When China came in,
yeah,
the women wrestlers were models, basically.
Cigarettes with tits.
They weren't. Stop saying that, because I know you're talking about Sable, and it upsets me.
Sunny was a babe, though, so.
Yeah, she was. She wasn't a cigarette with tits. No. Now she is, but well, she's dead, right? But
no, she's not. Is she?
I thought she died.
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember.
Anyways, China's dead. Poor China had a rough go, and then in the later years, a bit of a pill addiction, some porn. She did some nog, but when she came out, she was huge. She's jacked. Yeah. There was this female wrestler. I had never seen a woman like that before in my life until I saw China.
Okay.
You know, just a specimen, and she would fuck guys up, and it was great to see. It was awesome to see this girl come in, just fucking low blow dudes. She was able to powerbomb a couple of smaller guys.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Those are my honorable mentions.
All right. My honorable mentions. Kevin Owens.
Yep.
Kevin Steen, mainly because when I saw him win the Ring of Honor World title, just felt it was a good sport moment that I saw. And it was like, I never forget that crowd. It was
Canadian wrestler,
fucking
too.
Nuts. Canadian wrestler. Yep. He's got a day named after him in Quebec now.
No shit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. After he won the world title, they gave him. So, Kevin Owens, just love him. Great on the mic.
Great.
Great. Burly motherfucker. Can go off the top rope, even though he's got a beer gut the size of me. Like, great.
He can fly.
Great. Yeah. And great talker. Number 2, I'll mention Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Just so fucking
I almost
badass.
had Samoa. I was like writing it down a couple times, but I just.
Intimidation.
Oh, now that in the locker room, Samoa Joe's probably one of the toughest motherfuckers in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, like Goldberg's not fucking with Samoa Joe.
No. Samoa Joe's is tough, and when he gets like really angry promos, I really like that.
Like, he's scary. I remember watching those I was like frightened.
Yeah. And that reminds me too. Like I got back into wrestling and immediately kind of got into Samoa Joe.
Right.
Because he was just
good
the
honorable
TNA
mention.
guy, right?
Good honorable mention.
All right. Who's your number 5?
Number 5. The Undertaker.
Yeah, I almost had him on your list.
See, I felt like I had to put Taker on.
Right.
He's been in the game for so long. Loves the business. Lives for the business. He'll do anything.
Wrestling is the only fucking thing.
For the business. And acting.
the business. I think more wrestlers say it though. Like love for the business.
But he's a dead man. And when you're a kid and you're into wrestling, I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
Sure. Why couldn't he come back to life and wrestle for I don't know, whatever his reasons were at the time. He was a dead guy.
Oh, Paul Bearer brought him back to life and made him wrestle.
Totally makes sense. He had to earn, so that's where his spirit was kept.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah. And also, here's the Undertaker. He has this character, the Dead Man, captivates millions around the world, right? You couldn't have a better wrestling character, basically. Or at least nobody else could play him like the Undertaker.
That way too. Yeah.
Takes a break from the Undertaker, comes out American badass on a fucking chopper down to the ring every time. And he nails it.
Yeah, changes his style too up a bit.
Yep, totally.
Like, and he adds more like MMA stuff. Yeah.
He invented the last ride for the American Badass, didn't he?
I don't know if he invented it, but yeah, he used it. Like,
anyways, creates another great. What a stupid idea that's never been a biker. Had they have a mainstream biker before?
Yeah.
Who?
Magnum TA.
Never even heard of him, so it doesn't count.
NWA world champ.
No, doesn't count. American Badass, first one.
Chuck Palumbo. Yeah. He came out on a bike.
That was to compete with the American Badass.
But Undertaker was just like, that's him, was more the... And he looks at himself as a badass, so...
Yep. I love it. So Taker's number 5. Are we going to go 1 for 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
My number 5, the only one out of the 5 that you got right, the Necro Butcher.
Yeah, I knew I had to get one. Fuck, I can't believe you didn't have Sabu or Mick Foley.
Honorable mention almost for Sabu.
Fuck.
So it came down because I wanted to put a hardcore wrestler on.
Yours took way more thought for me to guess yours than it was to put mine down. Even though I was racking them in my brain back and forth, I had a tough time. I was
You're going to be like, I'm a fucking idiot.
I know.
When you hear
know.
Anyway, Necro Butcher got me into deathmatch wrestling.
Yeah.
He was the first guy I saw. He's on the first match of the deathmatch wrestling DVD I picked up at CD Plus.
Your first one, yep.
And ever since then, got to meet the man. Lovely man.
Loves weed.
Love smoking. Got a big weed tattoo. Was in the movie The Wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
Like pretty prominently. And he just got this fucking maniac look to him. He wrestles with no boots or anything. On just barefoot.
And glass and shit and tacks and everything
I wanted to get a deathmatch guy in there. And it came down to him and Sabu pretty much.
Oh, okay.
But I want to get a hardcore guy in there. Necro Butcher. He just looks crazy. Maybe not the most technical wrestler in the world.
It's not really what he's
going for.
His
match against Samoa Joe is one of my favorite of all time.
Yeah.
So
it's good stuff.
He gets fucked up for 20 minutes. It's beautiful.
It is
beautiful in its violence.
It is. It really is.
Love Necro Butcher.
I would have freaked out if I didn't get one of these.
You were pretty close to not. I can't. Anyways, we'll go on. Who's your number 4?
Number 4, Edge.
Edge? Really?
Oh, yeah. Wow. The rated R superstar.
You're such an Edge head.
Love Edge. Always have. Big Edge guy. First of all, Canadian.
He'd be in my top 10.
Probably, if you actually met Edge, probably one of the nicest cocksuckers around.
Seems like a real friendly cocksucker.
Most beautiful hair in wrestling.
Oh, absolutely.
Most beautiful hair in wrestling.
Yep.
I voted mostly based on hair. Also, he fucked Lita in the ring on live television.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom.
How could that not be? That's one of my favorite wrestling moments. The Attitude Era. The rated R superstar. Yep. Having sex with Lita, who's super hot.
That was actually in the Ruthless Aggression Era, Joe. It was after
Attitude Era.
The Attitude Era.
Oh, okay.
Sir.
So it was in the early 2000s.
Fucking idiot. Jesus.
Moron. What's your number 4?
Great. And his surprise at the Royal Rumble this year? Big pop. Big pop.
Also, when we went to SummerSlam last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When Edge came out, the crowd almost went crazy.
But that was the first thing that happened.
Yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah.
They blew it, though, because that should have been part of the main show.
They blew it. We got to experience it. Who gives a shit?
Still blew it.
Okay.
But no, I loved it. Oh, yeah. It's Edge, number 4.
Yeah. Great choice. Great choice. Number 4, Daniel Bryan.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Yeah, all right.
We saw him at the Livestock Arena.
Yep. Dirt floor.
Great match then. And then, him winning at WrestleMania.
Was amazing.
One of my favorite WrestleMania moments, especially in the last, 10 or 15 years. My favorite WrestleMania moment, Daniel Bryan. Works hard.
Yep.
Just on everything.
Loves the business.
Loves the business. So much so that he got other doctors' opinions to come back to wrestling.
He shouldn't be. He almost has died multiple times.
No, it's fine.
He's going to bend his fucking family.
It's fine. No, he's not. He's on a reality TV show.
Yep.
With his hot wife.
She's not bad.
Yeah, well, you like the other sister.
I did. She got all pregnant.
Ruined it.
I'm over it now.
And just like, yeah, worked really hard. No, look at when you saw the size of that guy, even at the time, you're like, well, that guy's...
He ain't big.
He's small.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he was little for, like, the independent scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right? Like... And yeah, just like, he seems like you want to talk about a nice guy. Well, it's a real friendly cocksucker.
Oh, I bet. Nice guy. Little too vegan-y for me.
But we wouldn't really know that if he wasn't on TV.
Yeah, I know.
Like, if he wasn't on fucking that reality show, we wouldn't know as much about
He could
this
be
man's
mountain
life.
steaks and beers for all I know.
Yeah. And then he comes back at one point and he's like a vegan evil wrestler because, you know.
Yeah, that was on the belt.
Vegetarians are bad. And
That was a good.
Yeah, he's got like a recycled belt and shit. That's a very.
I do feel bad about not getting Daniel Bryan.
Very funny. Well, that was a tough one too for me. So.
Okay. Number 3.
Okay.
The sexy boy, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Talk about wrestling talent. The matches he had with fucking Bret Hart were incredible. Like those 60-minute like matches.
Yeah.
They were awesome. What? He won like 4 Rumbles or something?
Nope.
2?
Maybe 2. Yeah. He lasted like from 1 to 6.
First wrestler I ever saw, anyways, to do that skin the cat move.
Yeah.
I thought, what supreme athleticism to pull off a move like that.
Sings his own theme song.
I was gonna get to that. That's the best part. That is the best part. And still at 65 years old, with dead sunken eyes, no hair, he still comes out to "I'm the sexy boy."
Yeah.
I'm not your boy, toy. Sexy boy. I'm just a sexy boy. Such a good song.
Yeah.
Plus, before he like retired to his later matches, he was losing his hair, but he still kept it long.
Yeah.
And towards the end of the match, he would just get crazier and crazier, like Big Earn McCracken from Kingpin.
So good.
So that's funny.
So funny. So funny.
Made me laugh every time. And great wrestler.
Could be a real dickhole back in the day.
Oh, I bet a real dick.
Yeah.
Also part of the DX. I mean, that was huge. That helped like save WWE.
Well, and then it was Austin and him and Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Like that was more of the like.
So,
and then his matches with Undertaker.
I also posed for Playgirl.
Yeah, and he thought he didn't like that he found out that mostly guys buy Playgirl.
I don't know what he was thinking.
Well, he's so wrapped up in himself that he thought, like, oh yeah, chicks want to see my dinger.
I'd be just as excited to see a bunch of dudes enjoy my ding dong.
Yeah,
that's where I come from.
They got good taste.
Yeah,
you know?
they know a good ding dong.
They know a good ding dong.
Choking over here.
Oh, I got the COVID.
So that was number 3.
Number 3 for me works perfectly with your number 3. Mine's Bret Hart.
Yeah, I almost had Bret Hart.
Bret Hart, Canadian
icon,
hero
to many.
His book is one of the most funniest things in the world because it talks about how he's the greatest wrestler in the world. Ric Flair's terrible in his mind, and how much he cheated on his wife.
How much
he cheated on his wife?
Bret Hart cheated on his. Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, he talks about it all the time in the book.
Did he ever tell his wife before he wrote the book?
I think so. I don't know. Fuck. But
That'd be hilarious if he didn't.
Yeah, got a lot of action when I was in Germany because, you know.
I'm Bret fucker.
Mr. Ruby.
That's the best. Still, for me, this day, that's one of the best promo bits or whatever you call it. Yeah. I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And with the black and pink.
Oh, and then he turns like anti-America.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. That stuff's good.
He and Shawn are part of like one of the biggest wrestling moments in history, the Montreal Screwjob.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's huge.
People still talk about it today.
Still. And forever will. That's part of wrestling.
Yeah. Then he goes to WCW. He won the world title there in Toronto. That was a neat moment that I was at.
Nice.
Added to that. And then his brother dies, and he gets sad for the rest of his life until today.
It's pretty fucking tragic how his brother died.
He seems like he looks like he doesn't smile anymore.
No, and he's had like 5 or 6 strokes.
Yeah.
So he might not physically be capable of smiling or happiness because most of his brain has shut down.
At the Hall of Fame a couple years ago, he got attacked by a fan.
Oh, God, yeah. People pounced on that fan. That guy got his ass beat.
And then he shows up at AEW and falls off the
Oh,
stage.
my God. I know. Poor Bret. It's not that funny because a man of his age and mental capacity taking a fall like that could have been pretty serious. But
Yeah, I love it too. That like he's a great good guy and then turned into a great bad guy too. Like that's
best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Right, that's it. So,
nice.
Who's your number 2?
Number 2. Well, where's the Big Show? 7 foot tall, 500 pounds of pure man beef.
What's your favorite Big Show match?
I don't know if it's a match, but when he had his feud with the Big Boss Man, and Big Show's dad dies, and Big Show's at the funeral, Boss Man shows up, hooks the casket to his car, peels away, and Big Show jumps on it, starts riding it through the
graveyard.
Thank you. One of my all-time favorite wrestling moments.
It's pretty great.
I don't remember the match being that specifically good. One of my other favorite Big Show bits is where he straps Rey Mysterio to a stretcher and swings him like a baseball bat into the
WCW.
pole. No, it was in WWE.
Oh, yeah, it was. No, because he did. Yeah, right. Anyway.
That was so fucking good. So strong. So beefy. It's just the size. It's just the size of him, right?
He used to do a drop kick off the top rope.
That's nuts. That's scary. Yeah, when he was young, when he first came onto the scene too, he looked great.
Yeah.
And then he got pretty big.
Oh yeah.
In his later years,
you can say he got fat. He got fat.
But then he slimmed way down, and towards his last couple years of wrestling,
he's back.
He is back.
He is back, and he's not as fat as he used to be, but he's not as beefy. Like
Well, he's getting older. I mean, he got come 7 feet tall. The blood probably can't pump muscle juice up that high.
Sitcom.
That's true.
I mean,
here's where they blew it with that. Okay, because I already had the best idea for Big Show.
Yeah.
For WWE Network, not some reality show about his stupid, ugly kids and wife. Nobody cares.
Well, it's not his actual wife and kids.
No, whatever. No, Big Show in this show, he's retired from the ring, but he still works for the WWE as one of the truck drivers, one of the big rigs they have to drive from town to town.
Yeah.
And along the way, he gets into he helps all the wrestlers out of jams.
Yeah.
All the wrestlers can come in and out of the show.
Shenanigans ensue. Yeah.
Totally.
He'll give a lift to someone here and there.
Yep. Maybe he gets involved in a couple murder mysteries. Who knows?
Maybe one time a bear falls asleep in the back cab and attacks him while he's driving.
He's got to fight a bear.
He's got to fight a bear. Writes itself.
Totally. The possibilities are endless. The Big Show's Big Show. I think that's what the new one's called, isn't it, or something?
The Big Show. Yeah.
They really stretched for that.
Really, the creative team at WWE really worked hard on it.
And I get that the Big Show, I don't have a lot of wrestling credits as far as his great matches, just because.
But he's not there. He's there to be a spectacle.
He is a spectacle.
Vince McMahon always said, especially back in the day, when he looked in wrestlers, besides some other things like in-ring ability and stuff, it's like if they're walking through the airport, are people stopping and looking?
Yeah. People are looking at Big Show. He's 7 foot tall. He's probably actually 4 something now for a poundage, and maybe he's 6'9".
Shrunk a little bit. Huge. Yeah.
He's still a huge. His hands are like frying pans, right?
He's a big boy.
Nobody's been bigger than him since Andre. It's Andre and the Big Show.
Yeah. And then
there's been definitely heavier.
Yeah. Well, if you're going for I mean,
like Viscera.
Ali's pretty big.
He can't move though.
Still big.
Andre
can barely move.
I feel all right, fine.
I'll give you Big Show's the most athletic big guy.
Yeah.
And then distant second, height wise, is Braun probably.
Can't get enough of Big Show.
It's a very charming guy, just a big knucklehead, eh?
And here's another guy where he can play the tough guy, he can play the nice guy, he can play the funny guy. And I bet if you met him in person, if you were nice to him and not a dick, nicest fucking guy you'll ever meet. Salt of the earth, I bet that Big Show.
Just a big knucklehead.
Number 2.
Just my number 2. Macho Man Randy Savage.
I should have wrote the almost because he was down there too.
When I think of pro wrestlers in the classic sense, I think of Macho Man. He's insane, on lots of cocaine.
Yeah.
And he's got skin like a hot dog.
That's why I put Ric Flair down as you don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. But Macho Man, the promos are more crazy. I like his promos a lot.
Yeah, and you dressed as Ric Flair for Halloween one year too.
So?
Go ahead, continue. I love Macho Man. He was in Spider-Man.
Yeah, he was in Spider-Man, and when he was extra juicy and red.
He was real red and real juicy.
Unhinged again. He's crazy. He's legitimately crazy, but then in the ring, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful in the ring.
Very talented wrestler.
Of that era, he is the greatest wrestler.
Probably, right? Because,
Like,
everyone's going to
skill-wise,
say Hulk Hogan's like the greatest wrestler, right? But he actually kind of stunk in ring with like in-ring fight
Macho
ability.
Man, you believe it. He's got Miss Elizabeth with him.
Yeah.
And the angle where the superpowers implode, it's called, took a year. So when Hogan and Macho Man started teaming up together with Miss Elizabeth, they lasted a whole year. And every once in a while it'd be a thing like, oh, they'd win a match and Hogan would put his arm around Miss Elizabeth. Well, Macho was like that.
Yep.
Then they wouldn't bring it up for like 2 or 3 months.
Wow.
Took their time with
Slow
this
burn.
So when it finally happened, fucking Macho Man loses his fucking shit. It's great.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
The whole angle.
I'm like, I buy that guy being crazy.
Oh, yeah. The other thing I like about Macho Man is in that documentary, The Dark Side of the Ring, everybody that talks about Macho Man, they always do his voice.
Yeah.
He's like the only wrestler people do that for.
Him and Dusty Rhodes, probably.
Yeah. They always do his voice. That's your number 2.
And then he also died saving his girlfriend.
What do you mean? He died having a heart attack.
Had a heart attack while driving.
Yeah.
And according to his girlfriend, because they were headed right for the tree, and he went and took himself into the tree.
Oh.
Totally missed the tree.
And then he died.
And then he died of a heart attack. And then obviously there was
some impact.
He got pretty fucked up. So,
and
no drugs in his system when he died.
Nice.
So
that's a relief.
I was like, oh, he's high. He's high on no way, this guy's not high.
Some light oxy dust.
Yeah. Oh,
light dust.
Yeah, he did a hit.
Yeah. It was a regular morning hit, though.
So you're number 1?
Obviously.
Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. Come on.
You came
broke
out
the streak.
You came out to...
I came out to Brock Lesnar's theme on my wedding day.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
First of all, he broke the Undertaker streak. Oh. Second of all, when Brock Lesnar came out, wrestling is littered with big giant men.
Yeah.
Filthy with them. Still, to me, in this day, nobody had the build of Lesnar.
No, he's a freak.
And just the way he would flex his chest, and the top chest would like flex over it.
Gross.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sexual even. Not only was he so beefy, but his raw strength.
Yep.
And in that Lesnar documentary I have, everyone talks about like how strong Brock Lesnar is.
Rolls around Big Show, no problem.
He suplexes him. He F5'd them and the fucking ring exploded.
No problem.
Amazing.
Didn't make it look difficult.
No. He's so good.
Then goes to fucking UFC.
Well, before that though, he has a match with Kurt Angle. I think it was at a Royal Rumble.
No, it was Romania.
It was Mania? Yeah. Tries to go for a 300-pound, 6'4", tries to do a shooting star press.
Which he had done lots of times before.
Yeah, but on those times, the dude he was doing it to was much closer to the turnbuckle.
And also, you hadn't wrestled like 20 minutes.
Kurt Angle was on the other side of the ring. Yeah, fuck it, I'm Brock Lesnar. Shoots for it, lands almost directly on the top of his head, finishes the match.
Barely.
Finishes the match,
Yeah.
Goes backstage, pukes, hospital.
I think he tries to beat up a paramedic, legit.
Yeah, well, he's pretty
Someone's
good.
trying to like, you need to go to the hospital. Like, like
He's a big
destroying
boy.
stuff back there. Yeah.
Big boy. Also, and then he goes to the UFC. So first of all, he's actually a collegiate wrestling champion.
Yep.
Big Ten champ. His first match, whatever. You gotta feel it out a little. Proceeds to fuck a few dudes up after that.
Yeah.
Wins the title. The heavyweight UFC belt. Eventually loses.
Pretty handily, too.
Pretty handily. Yeah. Eventually loses it. No big deal. He did win his last fight in the UFC, which
well, yeah, but asterisks.
No asterisks.
Yeah.
He wins.
He won, but
juice
he was
or
on...
no juice, you win. Anyways.
No, you don't.
So, not only do I love his beef, I actually think he's a great wrestler. Now his wrestling in ring is a little...
I like it.
Lackluster to me because it's
though.
just more suplexes and stuff.
Well, why would you do anything else?
I know, but I feel like
it works, right?
his first time in... Oh, also he hurt a lot of people.
Yeah, not so much now.
No,
So.
but he did.
But that's why he's just keeping his...
Broke a few necks. And then... So the other thing I like about him, which is what I like about like a Samoa Joe character or a Kevin Steen or Kevin Owens, is that Brock Lesnar is a legit badass. Nobody in that back room fucks with Brock Lesnar.
Except Chris Jericho.
Yeah, but he got fucking bitch slapped.
Still tussled. Also, I think like with Brock, especially now that he's come back, they know not to give him a microphone very often.
Yeah.
So Paul Heyman does his talking, which is great.
I'm a Heyman guy.
But like in ring, he's got so much charisma. At the Rumble this year,
Great.
like when like Keith Lee comes, in, he's like, "Oh, the big boy's coming!" Like shit like that. Like his talking in the ring's good.
Yeah, he's shit talking
on the mic.
When he's just at the mic and he has to like electrify the crowd.
Yeah,
that's not his bag.
Okay, he's got a kind of a high voice.
A little bit. But oh my fuck, I love Brock Lesnar.
What happened to their daughter though?
Like she looks a lot like Brock Lesnar. Is what happened.
Unfortunate.
She's a supreme athlete. Is what happened.
That's unfortunate.
Not for her future.
Well, it depends on the future you wanted.
Hopefully, it's in athletics.
Yeah, it ain't modeling.
No. Well, she could go to UFC.
I said modeling.
I know, but she could still have like a big ass or something that people want to take pictures of.
If you go to, you're a fucking athlete. If you go to UFC,
Being so modeling. Look at Paige Van Zandt.
Yeah, she's a babe.
She hot.
But she sucks.
She ain't great.
That's about the few times I've seen a fighter come out and I go, "Oh no, like, she's gonna lose badly."
Yeah. No, number one was Brock Lesnar. Not even a thought about. That was the easiest one. Easiest one.
Mine wasn't even a thought for number one.
Fuck.
The greatest wrestler of all time is Chris Jericho.
Oh fuck!
I mean, how did you not get that, Joe? I'm a little hurt that you didn't. Also, fuck.
Did I fuck the computer up?
You did hit it with the pen. So.
God damn it!
Chris Jericho. No one's had a better, long-lasting career. No one's changed the gimmicks or personalities as much successfully as him.
How many like factions has he wrestled for too? Right, every one of them.
He's won them all too. He won cruiserweights.
Think about Chris Jericho.
He won cruiserweight titles in ECW and WCW. Won the TV title in WCW. Won all the belts in WWE. Was the first AEW champ, and then also won like in Japanese federations.
His like belt room must be just
crazy.
Its own house. That's crazy. Fuck, I'm very upset.
How did you not get that?
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm pretty pissed off.
Great in-ring has changed his style now because now he's big for a wrestler.
For AEW.
Even in WWE, like Daniel Bryan's and even like Seth Rollins is the same size as you.
That's true.
Right? So now he's just like beefier and does more like strikes and stuff because he can't.
He's got that chest cave in, which freaks me out.
He's 49.
Why is your chest caving in?
Kofi Kingston has the exact same thing.
It's not uncommon.
It's just working. I don't know what it is. It is a thing that has a name. I just can't recall it right now.
It's like your pec muscles start separating.
Yeah.
So don't get muscular, kids.
Don't work out. Great on the mic. Not afraid to be funny, which
people are afraid of looking stupid.
Of course, because if you're not, if you say something not like, if you say a joke on TV and it's not funny, that's got to be the worst in front of a live crowd. Just crickets.
And that makes in wrestling. That crowd reaction makes or breaks your career.
Roman Reigns tried to be jokey for a while, and it was just
the worst thing that they can do is not give a shit.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad, great. But if they don't give a shit, you're done. It doesn't matter how great you are in the ring.
He is the greatest.
Would you agree that that's probably the most important, is how the crowd perceives you?
I think just general charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
bad or good, it doesn't matter.
Bad or good. Like, because, man, like, even if you're shitty on the mic, like we talked about Lesnar, like, not great on mic, but he has charisma.
Yeah, he does.
Like, it's just a different kind of charisma. Cesaro barely speaks English. Like, English is a second language to him, so he does flub a lot of stuff. So, no, but in the ring, he's got charisma.
Yeah, he puts it out. You can see what he's saying through his movement.
So, yeah, charisma, number one. And then nowadays, you got to be good in the ring.
Oh, fuck
yeah.
You can't be Hulk Hogan.
Even, like, I don't like Roman Reigns, but...
fucking Chris Jericho.
I don't like Roman Reigns, but great in the ring. Right?
I wish he just popped that top.
I know.
I can get that shirt off,
It doesn't look weird, so I don't know what happened, but...
If I had a body like that, I'd throw away all my shirts. I would just paint a tie on when I had to do a special event.
Maybe he has leukemia holes all over him.
the leukemia breathe.
They ate out part of his rib or something.
Gross. I don't think that's how it works, but I don't know enough about leukemia to disprove that.
Our friendship's over now, Joe, because you didn't get fucking Chris Jericho.
I'm pretty pissed. Well, there you go.
I'll give you Ric Flair on not like that and Sabu, but...
Well, Mick Foley.
Yeah, he'd be...
Top 10?
Maybe top 10, maybe he'd be maybe top 12.
Right.
He'd be on that far end of 10. So, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Well,
top 5.